Hey everyone, this is Flammy and welcome back. This is going to be episode 22 of season 3 of my Let's Play. So here we are, we're just going to be doing a bit of raiding. We're going to be looking for some gold today so we can dump it into walls before we start our last worker on another project. And that project's going to be this army camp, going from level 5 to level 6. We actually already have all of the elixir we need, so that's not really of concern right now, but we do want to have as much gold dumped into walls as possible. And I just thought I would record an extra episode because I sort of feel like playing. Making up for not being able to play the last couple days. But let's queue up our army like I'm doing right now. We actually do have a bit of a screwed up army because I got 2 healers instead of my normal 1. So we're going to be only queuing up barbarians, archers, and goblins. So when we come back, that will be completing, and we won't need an extra healer, because you can see 2 right here. So hopefully we'll find someone who we actually need to deploy our healer and giants against, because I don't really want to haul around an extra healer for too long, so I'd rather use it and get it out of the way. Okay, this guy's got a lot of uncollected resources, but quite simply it's not enough. Part of this is we have a resource penalty when we attack this guy. The number of resources shown in the top left is actually half of what someone his own town hall level would be able to steal from him, because he is 2 town hall levels lower than us. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's see here. That's a decent amount of gold. I found some better numbers previously, though. This actually would be pretty nice one to do a light raid against, because all the gold's on one corner. 75,000 archers. I mean, our archers are completing anyways, so that sort of makes me want to do it. Yeah, sure, let's do a fast one. Let's see, how much will I have to deploy? I'm going to look for Clan Castle. Is it anywhere nearby? It's over here. Potentially we could have to deal with stuff. Okay, so 1 archer will take out that entire thing on the right, which should get us, I don't know, 15,000 goldish. And we can deploy our barbarians and goblins on the left to deal with these Clan Castle, or the mines. I'm going to check for Clan Castle guys before I go any farther. Okay, good, that's empty. That's a weight off my mind. Yes, I'm just going to go right ahead and deploy these 6 guys, only 6. And a couple archers to help out. A couple archers over here. The cannon should be able to shoot most of these archers as they work on it, so yes, but I shouldn't need to deploy many more than that, if any. The mine on the top left, we might not completely kill it. Ooh, yeah, we're like 1 arrow shot short. I don't really care. As you can see, that's like 289 gold, because that's the only bit of gold we didn't collect on the top left. And that's not worth bothering deploying another guy. So, right there, real fast, like 1 minute attack, 75,000 gold. How many guys was that? So 6 barbarians, 10 goblins, and about 15 archers. So yeah, pretty nice profit on a per unit basis. I'll just queue up those guys that we missed out on, and then we can continue on. Okay guys, so we are at 139 out of 140. That only took about, I don't know, 2 minutes maybe to train these guys. We only had a few guys left to train because we had guys completing while we were out there attacking. Which is actually why we got into sort of trouble with the 2 healers, because that's what was happening, and that's why the second healer finished. So as soon as this next wave completes, we are full and ready to attack. Okay, done. Okay, a goblin finished, the other guys didn't. Yeah, a couple more like that would be nice. Once again, lots of resources uncollected. I'm really liking this trophy range right now. We are currently around 900 trophies, just above. Right between 900 and 1,000 has been treating me very well lately, so appreciate it right in here. Mainly just looking for the free resources, because basically my version of farming right here is just raiding. Don't deploy much, take everything. That guy's got nothing. Probably was just online and spent it all, I would guess. Ooh, that's a good amount. So, I would expect that this guy, all of the resources are in the storage. I'm just estimating that based on what I see here, and that's the gold mines. I think they're level 8 right there, pretty sure. And then the elixir ones, those are level 5, and I know those ones. I just happen to know the elixir for sure off the top of my head. And that means these level 8s are maxed out, or very close to maxed, with that much gold in them. And then the elixirs are clearly maxed as well. So the question is, do we want to attack this with our giants? And I think this might be a great candidate. It's not the most gold, but I do want to spend them and possibly transition to a more raid-focused army, and definitely for sure I want to get the extra healer out of my inventory. So I think I am going to attack this guy. And I don't see any air defense, so that is good. I'm going to be attacking into the bottom archer tower, and I'll explain why as soon as I deploy my guys. But the general goal of this is to make it so we can attack the all the gold mines as soon as possible. So here, I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, so our giants take out that, and they go for the mortar next, because that's the next closest. And they go for the cannon, then they should come all the way over here to go for the archer tower, and then the cannon, and then probably the other cannon, and then the archer tower, and then a wizard tower, in that order. So I don't need to really worry about the giants once they're beyond these gold mines, because that means I can start collecting them for free. So I'll do that right now. And also put in a couple goblins to help out, just so I don't need to wait as long. Looks like some of the giants went around the bottom for the wizard tower, and some went for the archer tower like I was expecting. Doesn't really matter. I didn't check for clan castle guys, mostly because it's pretty obvious that this guy's not been on for a very long time. He's got these tombstones outside the walls, and he's full of resources, which means he probably has not been online to request replacement troops from his clanmates. Now, I probably also could have gotten away with deploying a few less giants in this case, especially because I could drop my healer right away, and I could always drop more if I needed to, but I didn't, so it's alright. Now let's see if any of these resources are actually coming from this storage. It has an animation which seems to indicate that some of them are. Yep, so some of this elixir is coming from the storage. It looks like he had about 20,000 in both of these storages, maybe a little bit more. Just judging from how much is left in this single one. But as you can tell, the vast majority was in the mines, as you can tell from the goblins collecting it pretty fast. Actually, is that true? Yeah, so they got about 15,000 from that mine right there. Which means this last gold storage will have, I don't know, maybe 10,000-ish? Yeah, 6,000 in this last gold storage. We, at this rate, are not going to 3-star this guy. We just don't have enough damage per second out on the field, and I really don't care. I'm not looking for trophies. I don't need to maintain my trophy count. I mean, sure, I don't want to drop too low, otherwise you might find people who are too low. But there's no need to pick off the town hall and stuff at this point, especially like 900. That's fine. Like, we could drop a bit lower than this and not have to worry at all. So yes, that's why I was not deploying extra guys. As you can tell, we're missing out on about 1,000 resources because we did not heal the town hall, which stores 1,000 of each resource in it. But that's alright. Let's head on back and build up a little bit more of a raiding army once again. I'm not going to go train up a new healer because we already got one. And I don't need to train up a new giant because I'm just going to do raiding for a little bit with just these guys. We seem to be finding a lot of these guys with uncollected resources, so I'm going to take advantage of that and head out with probably not even a complete army. Probably just a sort of half-built sort of thing. But I will see you guys in a second when we've got what I consider enough guys to go raid with. Okay, and I am back once again, so it was only another like 2-minute break while I trained up a couple more guys and even more importantly queued some guys. But we're going to be attacking this army, and you'll notice it's very not full. That's alright. It means we won't be able to take on bases where the gold is in the storages, but I'll just have to do my little analyzation to determine where the gold actually is before we attack. And this army, you might actually notice, is actually more guys than what we were attacking with just before now, more infantry. So we actually are just as well, if not better, equipped to raid bases right now. So that's not really a downside. This one, they've got not terrible resources. But the problem is they're not full. And actually it's sort of interesting based on its own. These mortars are very poorly upgraded, and they've only got one wizard built so far. That's a bad plan. Upgrade your mortars and your wizards. They're very important, guys. Yeah, that's all. Also, his walls are pretty bad, but that really doesn't matter much compared to having crappy defenses. Slightly crappy on this one as well. At least his mortar's moderate level for his town hall level. Not going to attack because of, once again, the resources. This one got about halfway full stuff, but not enough. I'll try to do some more sort of reviews of these bases. I know you guys like that. Okay, so this one, you can immediately tell on the top left the elixir count is at 40,000. That means the elixir storages are full. It's because the round number means that it is maxed out, and that also means that there's none in these storages. So we could raid this, and I might. It's sort of interesting in the fact that they didn't even ever build their fourth elixir storage, or collector, yeah, collector. But I guess we're raiding this, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. Yeah, okay, that archer tower is going to protect that. I don't even know why I deployed the guy. I knew that was going to be able to protect it. This cannon cannot protect this gold mine on the top. And not that one either. I was actually talking about this one, though. This blue-rimmed one. If I can get a guy to attack it, it should be out of range of the cannon. Perfect, just like that. We will have to deploy slightly more heavily, though, in order to attack these gold mines on the left. Let me bring in barbarians and goblins for the two gold mines on the left. First, I'm going to deploy one barbarian up here. That should attract the fire of the mortar, and then I'll deploy other stuff down here to get the actual resources. The mortar will still fire on our guys, but at least it takes longer to do so. And by that time, it looks like we're going to have all the stuff. So, perfect. Now there's a couple more ones at the top here. So deploy that for that. I don't need the elixir on the bottom, so I'm just going to take the ones that I get for free, which is these two on the right, one of which is still being worked on, and the one on the left. Just because, like I said, we don't need it. We can't spend it on much. So we'll just take whatever we can get. 7,000 gold. It'd be worth the units just to deploy like 7 more guys to get 7,000 gold, but I'd rather just attack another base. And I don't want to invest the time in retraining the guys. So what I mean by that is, yes, it's worth the cost to deploy guys, but no, it's not worth the personal cost of training, which just delays our next attack. So I'll let this one on the bottom right continue out and get a little bit more. There is actually one thing we can spend elixir on, but not very much of it. And that is something I pretty much have not talked about at all up until this point in time in my entire Let's Play, and those are decorations. So decorations are pretty fun. They are pretty pointless, except for the fact that you cannot spawn right below them. So you can use them tactically by denying spawn areas. Sometimes they can actually be pretty effective at doing this. So we can spend some of our extra elixir on that, and the good news is we don't need a worker to do that, so we don't even need to do that right now, which is great. Okay, army training. Still completing guys. I'll queue up some more because, as you notice, we are just burning through guys. Probably should have queued a little bit more so they didn't run out, but whatever. I'm not really focusing on what I'm queuing, but yeah, I'm just roughly even split of guys. You should know that archers, barbarians, and goblins all train at different speeds, with barbarians being 20 seconds, archers being 25, and goblins being 30. So, yeah, just be aware of that. Like, so if you put 30 barbarians in one and 30 goblins in the other, there will be actually a pretty significant difference in how fast they complete. Yeah, we'll just queue up random guys and then continue. I don't really need wall breakers because I'm not using wall breakers to go through walls because we're going to be attacking just the mines and elixir collectors, which should mostly be outside the walls, as you've been noticing. And let's see what our current army is looking like. Okay, 53 archers, 10 barbarians, and 12 goblins. So that's actually an increase in number of guys since we last attacked. So without any editing right there, we are increasing in guys. We're pretty much training as fast as we can deploy, which is always good. Oops, didn't mean to tap. Lots and lots and lots of resources in here. Collectors should be nearly full. I'm definitely going to attack this, if only because I can attack 2 gold mines. And yes, it actually is worth to attack 2 gold mines at times. Yeah, this should be very profitable. So I don't think I'm going to attack more. I will be attacking slightly more heavily than attacking 2 gold mines. What do I mean by that? So see there's 2 level 10 golds in here. Well, 3, I guess. 1, 1, 1, and 1. We cannot get to those without destroying the buildings outside and taking fire. We can destroy this gold mine on the right without taking fire, and we can destroy this gold mine on the left without taking fire. Let me do that right now, actually. There. So we can also confirm how much resources. So we're getting about 500 resources per aerostrike right now. That's a great amount. So I'm going to start working on these extra buildings out here. It'll pick off like one or two guys, but then everything else is fine. And then we're going to attack more heavily into these other three ones, so it'll be worth a lot of resources and make it worth it. So here we go, attacking more heavily. The mortar is far enough away that probably shouldn't attack at all. Goblins obviously will be useless in this situation because they just would have to go through the walls, and we're not going to bother going through the walls. We're just going to attack over the tops of them. I did put down the barbarians, though, both to help destroy the buildings on the outside and to distract the defenses, because the defense will shoot at whatever's closest, which is going to be the barbarians. Okay, so this should be all the gold. So we just killed the gold mine on the left, as you saw, and we're working on the last bit of the one right down here. The cannon will kill some of the close guys, but this one that's farther out, it won't be able to hit. Well, it looks like both of those guys, so good. It should take him down to exactly 0 gold, so yeah, in a couple raids here, we've gotten a full 500,000 gold. Ooh, look at that. So there's a hair bit of gold left over, 4,000 gold. That's going to be in the collectors, the storages, and the town hall. So, but you know what? We're obviously not getting that. Probably couldn't even get it if I wanted it, but 182,000 gold is nothing to be sad about, so. You know what? I'm having a pretty good time just doing this. I think I'm going to cut this episode here and just keep doing this. Just queue up guys and then keep deploying them. So we'll come back in the next episode for a couple more raids like this. Just little fast infantry, throwing them at the uncollected resources, picking off what we can for free, and maybe sometimes like that last one, committing more heavily when it's worth, I don't know. What would that be? 80,000 divided by 5? 180,000 divided by 5? That's like... Is that 6? No, 3? It's about 40,000 gold per gold mine that we just got right there. So deploying more heavily for 112,000 gold, yeah, I'll do that. I was just determining how much we got from actually deploying more heavily. And that is the answer. Okay guys, so I will see you in the next episode for more content just like this. See you guys then.